Hi, if this is your first time here, welcome. To all others, welcome back. I'm going to share with you 10 reasons to stop writing paper checks. But before I get into that, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your like is your way of saying hello as you enter the room. And always remember, this information is not advice, it is just a suggestion to encourage you to explore options as you consider the option to stop writing checks. So, the first reason, I'm going to give you 10 reasons to stop writing paper checks. The first reason is for convenience. So you have access to digital wallets and digital payment options. It makes it so much faster and easier. If you have a bank account, you can go online. If you're not familiar with the online banking process, you may need to call your actual bank or go into a physical branch and have them share with you how this whole process works. So, again, this is not advice. These are just suggestions for ways that you can stop writing paper checks. Number one, convenience. Digital payments are so much faster, they are easier, and you can eliminate the need to write a check. First, you have to order checks. So you have to write the check, find a stamp so you can mail the check, and then manually track the check. Now, how do you track a check that doesn't have any tracking information on it? You actually have to wait on, hopefully, the person that you wrote the check to cash the check or deposit the check so that it will clear in your banking transaction history. Do you hear how time consuming that in itself can be? Well, here's step number two. The security risk when you stop writing checks is your bank, your check has sensitive information. It has the routing number, which is the number connected to the financial institution that the check belongs to, the actual account number, which is your personal account number, and then, of course, it has the check number. Now, it is strongly suggested that you do not put your date of birth, your social, or your phone number on the check. So if you are doing that, it is strongly suggested that you not do that. So that's step number two, the security risk involved. You make yourself vulnerable to theft and fraud. You are dealing with the U.S. postal system, and that could be unpredictable in terms of delivery. So you don't want to have any bills that are delivered late in the same regard because you will incur a late fee and you don't want to do that. Number three, it is time consuming to write a check, to mail a check, to track the check, and then online payments and online transactions, automatic payments, you can set things up ahead of time so that it will be paid on the date that you schedule it. So, number three is time consuming to write a paper check. Number four is the high cost of the printing cost and the postage. So, you're paying to buy stamps, you're paying to buy checks, and then you also run the risk of paying overdraft fees if for some reason this whole process is not properly tracked or monitored the way it should be. So digital payments, they're often free. They have minimal charges. And another caveat that I will add to that is if you are using online bill pay, when you schedule, as you become more familiar with it, be sure that you can see if that payment is being sent electronically or if they are mailing a paper check. That will have a factor involved in your process of paying any types of bills online. So check to see how you can be sure that your payment is going by paper check through online banking, which means your bank or credit union will be sending a check on your behalf, meaning you don't have to buy checks and you don't have to buy stamps. But you will need to allow enough time for that. But just see if you can check with your bank or credit union to find out how you can confirm that the check is being sent. Even if it's not sent by you, then you will need to see if you can just send your payment electronically. So that's just a personal opinion and just a suggestion. Number 5, if you are an environmentalist, you'll want to think about the expense of our environment in terms of the paper, the ink, the fuel, all of the things that are involved in getting that paper check printed, getting that check delivered to you, the emission of, all the things that are in the air, in the environment. If you are an environmentalist, that is something else to consider. So switching to digital options will remove the carbon footprint. So those are the first 5 tips. All right. The number 6 step is you don't have to worry about tracking the check once it's been mailed. The status of the check is kind of hard to figure out what the status of this check actually is. I mean, you wrote it like a week ago and it still hasn't cleared. You don't know where it is. The person that you sent it to, or the merchant or the vendor or the utility company, they can only tell you that they haven't received it yet, which doesn't help you a whole lot. So the tracking and the time that it takes to call someone, the time that it takes to ponder over, well, what happened to it? Could it have been intercepted, etc., etc., etc. So online transactions, they offer instant confirmations. As soon as you set that transaction up online, it gives you a confirmation and you have a detailed record. You can print it. Some institutions, the banks or credit unions, will send you an email to let you know that your payment has been scheduled when that transaction has been confirmed. Number 7, the risk of delayed payments. So as I said, it can get lost in the mail. It could be delayed. You could end up experiencing or incurring late fees or penalties. And electronic payments are just more reliable. They're more timely. And you have the ability to just look into the system to see that it has been confirmed, that it has been scheduled. And then you can just go to the company or the utility company or the person and just to confirm that they received what you've scheduled to be sent. Okay. Number 8, paper checks are just turning out to be an outdated method of handling your business. So many institutions or many merchants, stores, if you go to the grocery store, you go to a department store, any type of store for that matter, going to get gas, you will find that they prefer credit cards over paper checks. Most times mailing checks and writing checks, it's turning out to be very irrelevant. It's not something that people really do anymore. I've noticed that restaurants are taking Venmo or Zelle or some of these other platforms, and those are just conveniences that you have available to you. So if you find yourself at this point in the year and you're looking for ways to maybe do something different, stop the writing checks and explore. Just trying it out for a month or two and see how comfortable you are with paying your bills online or just becoming familiar. Even if you just send yourself, put yourself in online bill pay and send yourself a $1 check just as a test so you can see how the entire process works, how the check looks, how the checks look, how long it takes you to receive it. Whatever the case may be, just try it out at your bank or credit union and just see what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. I welcome your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried it? Are you hesitant? What are the reasons behind you not wanting to try a digital platform or use your own online banking through your bank or credit union? put that in the comments so that you can share it with the community and we can possibly discuss it if we need to based upon the questions and the comments that come in, okay? So, back to the 10 reasons to stop writing checks. Number 9 is the digital platforms have advanced encryption and fraud detection tools, and they offer more protection than checks. So, that is another benefit to using a digital platform instead of writing a check. So you have many different types of digital platforms. You have Zelle and Venmo. You have other types of platforms, and I will use those two in particular because those are seemingly the two more commonly used platforms that I see and that are promoted. On an average, I believe you will see those more often than some of the others, maybe lesser known options out there. The 10th reason to stop writing checks is online payment systems. They provide financial transactions and the histories are available to you. So it helps with your budgeting process. It makes it simpler to track and to manage your finances. And you will find that you can easily pull up all of the information in terms of if you decide to pay your utilities online, you can see each and every payment that you have made. You don't have to worry about paper clutter as much because you're not dealing with paper in that way. So transitioning away from paper checks, it can truly simplify and streamline the way that your financial transactions, the security, the time, and the money, all of those are just benefits to stop writing checks. So, I'd like to know your comments. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Again, this is not advice. These are just suggestions for ways to enhance and improve as you explore opportunities going forward to make yourself a happier and successful person. And always remember, the sun is setting, but how far are you getting? Until next time, take care.